going on, everyone? Sandra here, back with Car Mechanic Simulator 2021. How's everyone doing? Hope everyone's having a good morning, afternoon, evening, or good night wherever you're located around the globe. We're just sitting in our new to us, used F350. The one that's got the broken block, bad pistons, and still runs. Boggles my mind. Alright, on today's episode, what we're going to be doing on the Road to a Million 2.0 is we got ourselves here, we got to do a transmission job for a Hellcat SRT, and then the other vehicle we have is going to be sitting over there in the car wash right now. It's another customer vehicle, it's not mine. So let's jump into this right away. Let's get started on it. You might have heard me talk about the Cuda that we picked up. I mean, look at this thing. Isn't she a beaut? She's beautiful, isn't she? This can be the first car that we build for the shop and sell it to make a profit on it. So this one right here is going to be all original. It's actually a Hemi car. I mean, in my opinion, this is one of the holy grails of muscle cars. You know what I mean? 426 Hemi, 71 Plymouth Barracuda. Woo. She's got the shaker. Alright, first things first, let's dig into this. Gotta remove the drive shaft. I'm going to remove this tail of the pipe. Seems to be a little bit on the bad side. Let's get rid of this front pipe here. Now we can slide the transmission out this side. And we're going to have to get rid of the starter as well. Perfect. Now let's get rid of the gearbox. Ah yes, and the flywheel, huh? And looky, an exhaust manifold. How ironic. Now, the parts have already been ordered. They came with the car, actually. And then same with the ones for the other car that we will be building. So we shouldn't need to be ordering any parts today, surprisingly enough. Alright, let's get this gearbox all situated. Huh, so I take that one back. Didn't know the flywheel was shot. Let's take a look at this work order. Front exhaust section V8, rear muffler V8, part not discovered. That's because it'd be this manifold. I don't know why it didn't get picked up. Alright, transmission, flywheel, and gearbox. Okay, so let's jump on down from here. Let's run on over here. Let's get ourselves a couple of different parts here. We're going to here. And by the looks of it, we're going to need an exhaust. Wait, did I already order an exhaust manifold for? Yes, I did. Okay. Alright, so then we just need the flywheel, which is down over here. Alright, well, we can't really do much until that flywheel gets here. But we can, however, change that exhaust manifold, right? And hopefully by the time we're done doing that, we probably don't have any stuck bolts or nothing. We should be in good shape. Alright, let's snake our hands down here. Get these bolts out. Well, that was pretty simple. Why can't all cars be like that? Alright, let's put the new one in place. Alright, let's double check the work order. Boom. Alright, that was the one. Okay. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to put the car back up in the air. I'm going to put the rear exhaust pipe on, since we're here, right? Be here, be square, you know what I mean? Alright. Snake that into place. Grab the welder, zip it up. Perfect. Now, I know I shouldn't do this because we've got to put the transmission. Remember, we're going to put this front pipe in as well. Alright, it's bolted in right there, and we're going to weld it in right here. Perfect, good to go. Alright, so now that's one job done. Now, we just got to put the flywheel and the gearbox, which the flywheel just showed up. That's over here. That Mustang behind us, that y'all saw, a customer, and here's the story. We're gonna call the guy Bill. That's what we're gonna call him. I'm not gonna give out his real name, but we're gonna call him Bill. Okay, let's see. We get the flywheel. Yeah, we did. It's right there. Perfect. Supposedly a while ago, we did a car for him, rebuilt one. And this might have been at the other shop, I'm not sure. But he said he wanted it all original. We ended up hopping up the motor on him, and he didn't want that, so he got a little ticked off, and then he brought this one to us in hopes that we could restore it. But he said, all original parts, no performance. I was like, well, that's kind of not what we do here, but okay. And he goes, if you do this one correctly, there'll be more cars for you to build in the future. I was like, well, now you're talking my language here. So we'll probably start on that one today. Not necessarily getting it finished because, well, I ain't got that much time today for that. So, all right, now we're gonna put the clutch. Actually, can we repair that clutch? Let's double check. Because I do got the workbench in here now. Ooh, look at that. We can repair all this good stuff. Put it all back to brand new-ish form. There we go. Perfect. All right. I don't know why it jumps me all the way back here, but it does when I need to be up here. All right, let's put the clutch plate in. Got that little tool that sits in the center here to line everything up, make sure everything stays together. We'll put the flywheel or pressure plate on, I mean. I go. All right, there we go. Let's put the throw bearing on. Feed the line through. Perfect. I'm gonna put the gearbox in, transmission on. Perfect. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Brand spanking it. Now we're gonna snake our hand through here. Put the starter in, and then we're gonna reach around, put the bolts in. Perfect. All right, now we're gonna fight this drive shaft in play here. Let's see here. All right, where are you? Right here. All right, put the bolts in at the rear of the car here. Now we're gonna do them at the front. Perfect. All right, I think this thing's ready to roll. Let's see, work order, all done. Nice. Okay, so what we're gonna do, we're gonna put this out in the front. I should have taken it down off before we did that, but whatever. And we're gonna take this for a test run in a minute. And now, what we gotta do is run all the way back here to the car wash. We gotta wash this thing. Now, the lowdown on this one, Dad was out of town on a business trip. The kid thought he was smart, gonna impress some people. Took his dad's car out for a joyride, and well, he ended up smacking the rear of it off a curb, or something along those lines. So yeah, fun stuff. Rookie move, but whatever. Teach them when they're young. All right, we're gonna put this up in the air. Actually, before we throw it all the way up in the air, let's grab this front wheel off. There we go. Ooh, look at that. That's nasty. Nasty, man. Alright, now I need to check just to make sure we don't have no brakes. Crap. Okay, we're gonna need the disc, the caliper, and the pad. I already know that right now, just by looking at it. And I don't have the equipment to, yeah. And he also wanted us to change the front bumper, the rear bumper, the right headlight, and both fenders. So this one, this gotta go, and then this has gotta go. And we've already taken the rear bumper off, and I believe that would be it for body panels. Let's see. Yeah, so we're going to put those body panels back on, because we do have the new ones. They did come with the car. There we go. Put the headlight on now. Put the license plate on the road again. Wasn't there a mirror too? I can't remember. Nope. Alright, we got all that done. Alright, now we're going to put this up in the air. Now, I know I did buy the wheel. I just don't remember if I put it together or not yet. Must have, maybe? Maybe could have. Check our inventory. Yep, we got it. Perfect. Alright, well, since we're waiting on the braking system, let's just go ahead and get into digging this apart. And hopefully by the time we're done ripping it apart, the brakes should be here. Alright, let's get this drive axle out of here. Wheel bearing, you are next. Perfect. Let's get the broken caliper off. Caliper. I guess we could probably drain the oil, right? since he wants an oil change. Perfect. All right, like I said, he did some pretty good damage to the rear of this car, so. There we go. There we go. Let's get this rear arm off. It's the only good part on the rear of the suspension. So he must have hit that the curb from the front angle of the rear tire. That'd be my guess, right? There we go. Get this sway bar end link for the rear out. Get it out of the way. And get the shock. The shock. The shock is gone. There we go. Alright. Now let's go over here. Get our handy dandy oil drain. Put that over here at the FMW1. Alright, here's the equipment. Let's see what the oil filter look like. Now, question is, did I buy any? No, I did not. Okay, we're gonna order up one of these as well. Alright, just give me a moment here. I thought I was prepared for this job, but I guess I was as prepared as what I couldn't be, you know what I mean? Long list of parts. I could just type it in, but, you know, tomato, tomato, right? Alright, so while this is done draining, let's go see if our brake caliper is here. That's just the list of stuff that we ordered. Alright, let's see, be up here. Perfect, look at that. Brand new brake pad, disc, and caliper. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Beautiful. Alright. Let's go ahead here. Put this all back together. Make it look all spanking new again, you know what I mean? There we go. Put that sway bar link in for the rear. Put the upper center arm in. All brand new bushings, the whole 9 yards. Whew, gonna make this thing look all snazzy. Hopefully Dad has enough. You know what? Perfect. It only seems right? Alright, let's put this in. There we go, and I'm going to put the new spring cap in. I mean, he completely destroyed the rear of this car. I mean, he really did. Took out the bumper, the fenders, which I'm not sure how he did the fenders, both fenders. Unless he spun it around or something, I'm not entirely sure, but, you know, it is what it is, right? Teach their own. Alright, now I'm going to stick in the lower front arm. Now we're going to stick in the forward facing arm. What do you know? I grabbed enough bushings. Huh. Because bushings I bought, because this kid didn't know. And I don't blame him, you know. You never do know. I mean, you never really do know. That shock would have been good, but we replaced it anyway. Alright. And part not discovered. You want to know why the part's not discovered? I'll show you why. Roll our way up here to the front. Go right here. There it is, right there. Watch. Boom, oil filter. All the parts have been discovered. I figure I'd let it drain just a bit more, and then we should be good to go. Alright, let's put the wheel bearing in. I know I got that. I don't know why I never grabbed the brakes, though. I don't know why. See, the wheel bearing came in the kit that the kid brought, so... Alright, put the new pad in. This is a new caliper. Now the wheel. Looking snazzy, looking snazzy. Change coolant windshield washer fluid, okay. Change coolant windshield washer fluid. I don't know why I just put that down. Maybe we'll change the coolant windshield washer. Does it say refill or change? Refill the windshield washer fluid, okay. So let's grab out our little drain suction cup tool here thing. Let's get the coolant out of here. Perfect. You know, it would have made more sense for me to wait and put the oil filter on and then I could adjust all the fluids at the same time. But, you know, I don't work like that. full. Fill this up to the max line. You go over the max line. It looks full. Nah, nothing will happen. There we go. There's the max line. Alright, we're going to put this down for a minute. And we're going to put this back up in the air. Let's go get our oil filter. I just heard delivery truck leave. He's down there somewhere. Alright, there we go. Boom, we got it. Yep, there it is right there. Perfection. And then now we got to go spray it the factory color. So, minor detail, you know what I mean? Let's reach our way under here. Put that oil filter in place. Beautiful. Just like so. Alright, let's bring this back down. Top it off with oil. Or, there we go, fill it with oil. Since it's kind of empty right now. That good sup oil. I'm guessing it would stand for Supreme Oil. That would be my guess. What do y'all think? Also, too, want to do me a favor? Smash the like button, hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. It'd be greatly appreciated. Got to clean up our mess here we just made. There we go. Alright. Now, this thing should be done minus the spray factory color. Yes, it is. So, let's hop on over to the paint shop. Now, I'm not going to take this car for a test run because it needs an alignment. And that just don't look right. But the rocker's still good. Oh well, yeah, that's what they wanted. Alright. I'm going to send this guy off, tell the guy to come get it. What do we got? We got 20 grand right now. Alright. We're up 6 grand when we started. Not bad. 7 grand. 6, 7 grand. That's not bad. Not bad at all. Alrighty. Do we really need to test drive this? We should, but we're not going to. We're going to have a customer come and grab this as well. Alright, what do we got? Ooh, not bad. 7,300 bucks. Alright, we're making progress. Alright, that's been all washed up. We're going to bring this into car lift A. Alright. I think the first thing what we're going to do is we're going to get this motor out of here. Actually, why don't we do a double motor duty? I also want to restore this CUDA as well because it should be a very valuable car in my opinion. I'm going to go for what, 6 figures IRL? I mean, like for real though, they go for like 6 figures, man. If I ever get unstuck from that behind that pole. Alright, let's get this one. Gotta get the old reed shaft out of the way. And then anything we can repair on this car, we're going to be repairing it, so. Oh, then, you can't say we didn't do it. I'm not expecting this thing to make a whole bunch of power. He doesn't want these 5-spoke wheels on it, though. He wants like an old Cobra style wheel on it, or like an old Mustang style, so. I think, alright, whatever. There we go, let's move this over now to car lift A. Pop Z hood. Perfect. Alright. Now, let's run over here. And we're going to strip the Hemi first. I need this block. Let's pull that camshaft out of here. Now this motor, on the other hand, will have performance on the inside, but looks stock on the outside. You know what I mean? So just keep that in mind. But this Mustang, she is going to be supremely perfectioned. Alright, let's reach down, let's grab this crankshaft out of here. Let's grab the old block out of here. Good. Ooh, the block is good. Nice. We're going to be putting a numbers matching block back into this thing. BE8UT full. Perfect. That's what I'm talking about right there. I take it. Aw, his transmission for his car is shot. Oh no. Along the drive shaft. Oh no. Perfect. Look at that. And we're gonna put that block over in here just for the time. And no, actually, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna put it back in the car so we don't lose it. There. Well, believe you me, that ain't the color it's gonna be. But, ow. Engine picker in the way. Alright. Come on over here. Get the old carburetors off. Be a smart ass and put all the old rockers and stuff back on, eh? Nah, I wouldn't do that to the guy. He had a right to be angry with me. You know what I mean? He asked me to do a job and I decided to tweak it just a bit, you know, thinking I was being a smart ass, but I depreciated the value on it, which I don't know how that happened, but okay. But the way on how I build stuff, unless you actually get, maybe he went to a Pebble Beach show or something, I don't know. Let's get this done. Alright, now we're not going to be building any of this car today. This will be on the next episode. But we are going to at least tear into it and see what's good, what's bad, what we need to be replaced. And I'll have all those parts here for the next episode. Maybe we'll go and paint. No, I can't paint them. He wants them in the raw. So, he wants to see the craftsmanship. He doesn't want to cover it up with paint. I was like, alright. Oh, wait. Oh. I think I know what I screwed up on. With his other car. I think I painted stuff on it when he didn't want it. Oh. That would make a little bit of sense, right? Just a little bit. Alright, now we're going to pull off this release bearing, throw bearing, clutch release bearing, whatever you want to call it. Now, pressure plate. Perfect. Now, clutch plate, flywheel. Alright, we're going to switch around here. We're going to jump on over here to this side of the motor. Pull up these spark plugs. There we go. Oh, 3 of them. Huh. This motor might actually be in pretty decent shape, you know that? There's a lot of holes that water could have gotten into, so I don't know. I do not know. Alright, crack all these bolts free. I told him, I said, this is going to be like $100,000 build. He goes, yeah, just get it done and don't screw it up this time. I was like, that's very good, comforting to know. You know what I mean? Yeah, just do it, just don't screw it up, man, you know? Alright, let's reach down here, let's grab this crankshaft out of here, snag out this cam. Let's take the block, what do we got? The block is good, the cam is good, the crank is bad. We got 1 head good, 2 heads good. Okay, so we can use both cylinder heads, the block and the cam. Okay, we're getting somewhere. Alright, actually we've got a lot of parts we can put back on this thing. And we're also going to be doing this, like, I mean, we're doing everything back to the way it was. Straight up. Everything I got in here is going to be going back into that motor and back onto that car. You know what I mean? Like the heads, the cam, the block. It's a shame that I got a new crank for it, but that's going to take a couple days to get one in. Oh no. Nobody tell him. Hopefully he doesn't watch the show. Alright, well. Like I said, you know, we're going to be, everything on this thing is going to be original, so. But what I'm going to do is, do I have any bare spots in here? Right here, okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to put all his parts in here of what we will be using. Wait, not one, it's right here. That way then I don't get them mixed up or confused with any of my other parts. Other than off that other car. Okay. You know what I mean? Just to save confusion and save face and save whatever else. I am taking all these good parts though. No point in wasting, right? Waste not, want not. That's the way I look at it. We got a lot of good parts today, I have to say. Well, it's got a lot of crappy parts still too. So, all right, now what we're gonna do is we're gonna empty this, sell all the bad stuff, make 475 bucks. Nothing wrong with that at all. That wheel can be used. So we're gonna go back into here. Go down to warehouse, warehouse 5. That's gonna be the start of my wheel collection. And we're gonna go up here to warehouse 2, which has got all my new parts. Boom, boom, boom. Perfect. I think we're emptied. Nice. Which actually will work out kind of nice because then all the parts that we get off of this will only be in our inventory. So awesome. All right. Hope you all enjoyed the video. If you did, smash the like button. Help support the channel. If you feel up to it, no obligation. You know, you can subscribe to the channel. Also, you can become a member as well. The link should be down in the description. Again, thank you all very much for watching, and we will see you on the next episode. Bye, everybody.